It's good we're also into it, we just kept going.
Well, Jerry never took a lot of time this whole
That's true.
year, so
I did a lot
true.
of whining.
yeah, he deserved it.
No, wait, I've got to
By
get
the way,
my
I do have
space
one thing to
grounded
admit to
here.
you.
Okay.
Whether or not
It's
I
already
had this
set.
frustrating morning, that presentation would have been exactly the same.
You need this?
Oh, yeah, I
Believe
believe
it or
it.
not.
Thank you.
It's the way I roll.
May I do something? I think if we close those blinds behind you, it's going to be,
The reflection.
the reflection
glare
will be
type thing.
better. Just close the, I think
I know,
it's
close
just,
the blinds with curtains.
no, not the blind, just the,
But he has it.
there you
Yep,
go.
There.
Oh, okay. But if you're going to record it, you may like actually the blinds behind, these behind you more than that blind.
She was contrasting nicely with that blind because of what she's got
Well,
on.
I'm trying to get it so it's less light. Okay. Okay.
Leadership is courage in action, and courage is an act of leadership. Back when I was about 7 years old, my father asked my sister and I to walk with him to the corner drugstore to get ice cream. And on our walk home, suddenly, without warning, my sister darted across the street in front of the path of a moving trolley car. My father leapt into action and he dived in front of the trolley, pushed her out of the way, and there he laid on the tracks. The trolley came to a screeching halt. Trolley car driver stopped just feet before where my father laid there on the tracks. Trolley car driver came out and he helped lift my father up and gather me together with my sister. And there we were in a group hug and kind of all started crying and jumping for joy as we realized what had just happened. And while all that was going on, the people in the trolley, they started applauding and cheered, yay, yay, yay. My father had just saved my sister's life. Courageous action is about jumping out in front, being ahead, being a hero in your business. You can do the same thing, like my father was a hero to me. Now, back when I was a young executive, I had a boss who was an abusive boss. At one time, he put his hand on me and made racially derogatory remarks. And he said to me, "You're not going to say anything to anybody else. I know you won't, because it's your word against mine." So I kept it. He was right. I was silent. I didn't say a word. And while I was in that mode, I was busy still trying to do what I do in my work, and it was difficult. But unbeknownst to me, the group that I managed, they had observed this behavior of that abusive boss, and they began to document and keep track of these different incidents. On their own, they went to our senior vice president and shared what they had seen and heard and the documentation to support it. So I get a call from my VP, senior VP. He says, "Devona, I want to invite you to lunch." I said, "Me? My senior VP's taking me out to lunch?" Well, at lunch, he confronted me with the report of what my group had shared with him, and he asked me, "Is it true?" And I said, "Yes, I confirm what he had shared with me." "Great," he says, "we've been trying to get that guy for years. That man has been abusive. He has threatened minorities and women in this company for years, but we didn't have the documentation to get him. In fact, we transferred you into that role because we knew you could take it." Did me a big favor, right? Well, right after that, that boss was fired. And I was promoted. Courageous leadership. It is about getting out in front, taking a risk, doing things you wouldn't normally do, just like the extraordinary actions taken by my group, by my colleagues. In business, it may compel you to be a whistleblower. It might compel you to go out and report something that's unethical. Most people won't do it. Why? They're afraid. They're afraid to do it. Do you have what it takes to be a courageous leader in your company? I can give you 3 steps on how you can activate your courageous actions ability now, and I call this CAN. Commit. Commit to adopting a personal philosophy of having the highest integrity and honesty possible. You may want to write down a statement and use that so that you can refer to it from time to time. Act in a way that shows you are committed to that philosophy. And this will attract other people to you who are like-minded. Now, align yourself with those like-minded professionals. You can be the leader who is courageous in their actions. Thank you.